Okay, Lou, so thank you very much for joining us. Very much appreciated. Long time no see. Tell us a little bit about your footballing career, who you've played for, etc., and how's it all going?
So obviously, as a kid, started off playing. I didn't play for any academies when I was younger. Came to the college, did well here, went and signed for Altrincham, which was National League at the time, through JJ, being a player at the time, getting me in there. Then from Altrincham, I got bought by Nottingham Forest, so I did 2 years there.
Did you find at Forest, obviously with it being a huge football club, did you find almost maybe an extra weight of expectation on your shoulders because you were going to obviously a Premiership club? You'd kind of made a huge jump. Did you feel much pressure about that or not?
Yes and no. I think there's massive pressure on the club as a whole, but me going in as such a young player and how I am as a person anyway, I didn't really feel any pressure on myself. I just thought to go in and do me. I thought the first maybe 2 or 3 months there was a bit of pressure, thinking like, am I good enough to be it?
How did you find the standard, the difference?
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Like first team wise, obviously the standard was ridiculous.
Did you train with the first team a couple of times?
So like the calibre of player when they went to the Premier League and they're bringing in like the Gibbs Whites and players like that, spending like 40-50 million on players.
What would you say the difference is there in the players then? What stands out?
Sharpness and just all athletes. Most of them are just pure athletes, and then like the technical players, they do everything consistently.
And also, I guess the kind of the basics of football. You know, that first touch, that 10-yard pass. Even though it can be hard, they just make it look very simple, don't
And
they?
it's just the consistency of how often they do it right.
Yeah. So you left Nottingham Forest, and where did you go to them?
So now I'm at Alfreton in National League North. I had a few loads of offers elsewhere, but I literally just wanted to go somewhere to play games for season, to get back into Football League and play.
You just want to play football?
Yeah.
I can understand that. I think the further, if you're not playing week in and week out, you're off the radar, aren't you? So you just want to be playing, guaranteed that spot. Well, I mean, no spot is ever guaranteed, isn't it? You know, it's up to you to work hard in training. Then when you get your time in the first team, you've got to produce the goods. And I think you're certainly doing that at the moment. How many goals are we on so far this season?
8 and 11.
8 and 11. We could class that as prolific so far, yeah?
Yeah.
Still early doors.
Yeah,
Don't get carried away. Okay. Right, so that's quite an impressive career since you left the AGFA. Obviously, you come and joined the Under-Given Football Academy at 16. Why did you choose the AGFA?
So at the time, I was all focused about football. When I left school, I wanted to go, if it wasn't a professional academy, I wanted to go somewhere where I thought the football was the best. So I went different trials at other colleges, and I literally just picked here mainly because I thought the coaching was better and the standard of players was much better than anything in the area. So I picked it based on that reason, because I wanted to be a better footballer at the time.
And how did your academics go? I think you did well with your academics, didn't you?
Did well, yeah. So I got like top marks, like D-stars and the BTEC.
That's impressive. So how did you find balancing all that out? Because usually a lot of the time is with a lot of young players or a lot of young people, you're either academically good or you're good on the and on the pitch, or you're good at other sports. It's not usually that you're very, very good at both. And also you can be good at both, but then managing it from a time management point of view. How did you find all that?
I didn't find it too bad, to be fair. I think like the staff here helped you loads with work. So it was just like asking them for advice on different pieces of work and like balancing my football. Obviously maybe it shouldn't be like this, but I always took football as my priority. So but as well as that, I still managed to get these stars in all my subjects.
Organisation's key, isn't it? Organisation's key. So your best moment in the AGFA, what would that be?
Probably the final at the Stoke ground, scoring in that, and getting man.
How many goals did you get?
In the season?
No, how many goals did you get?
I think got 1 goal and an assist.
Which end did you score at? Tell me.
No, it wasn't. No,
Oh dear. I've scored at the moving end.
And I've watched it at the moving end. How's that?
Oh, the goal in the fog, many moons ago. And how do you think the AGFA helped you as an individual, as a player?
So, for you personally, mentality, like I've got a good mentality, but
that is the main thing that stood out about you. Yeah. So if I sorry to interrupt you, by the way, if I look at your ability and your mindset and your ruggedness, your mindset stood out a mile for me.
So like for me coming here, I saw in myself qualities that you had. So I thought, like, obviously you're a good player playing at the top, but there was better quality players than yourself. But your mindset was that good that you kept yourself at that level. And I saw that in myself from a young age, that I'm not necessarily technically as good as certain players, but my mentality is better, so I just want to like dominate my opponent. Like, when I was going to clubs like Forest, etc., I just use like advice from yourself about mentality, and that helped me massively. Like,
so it's a case of trying to control what you can control. So let's say, for example, from a technical perspective, there's only so much better that, let's say, I can make it. You know, it might be 1 or 2% better. But also it's the mentality that you, in terms of being on time, having plenty of discipline. I've just been doing a little chat with the girls outside, talking about the importance about being comfortable, being uncomfortable, and try to stay in that red zone. That I believe separates a lot of individuals, and never ever give up. So, for example, if there's a running session on, it's not about you winning that running session or you becoming first. It's about you not giving up, and just doing the best that you possibly do. And that's obviously a mindset that I tried to carry on through to the players, boys and girls. You know, you have to be tough, you have to be resilient, and not just about football in general, but it's about life in general, because life, you know, in your 20s kind of hits you hard, doesn't it? In terms of your biggest inspiration, your biggest footballing, it can be footballing inspiration, it can just be, you know, the biggest inspiration, the person that maybe had the biggest impact on you as a person, as a footballer, or it can be a couple of people. Who would you say they are?
I'd say my dad and my granddad.
I remember seeing your granddad at a football game once. I remember that. Nice touch.
So my granddad is unfortunately passed away now, but he used to come every single game, support me, used to play with him all the time. And like my dad and my granddad would come every game and put everything into everything, take me everywhere. Like, I wouldn't be here without my dad. He used to drive me up and down the country. Like, so yeah, definitely my dad and my granddad. 100%.
Well, I would probably echo that. I would probably go, my mum would be my biggest inspiration, and then my three grandparents. One of my grandparents passed away when I was too young, but I always think, Lou, that in football, and if I ever do go into management, sometimes it's quite hard to constantly self-motivate. So you look at it, is it up to the manager to motivate players? Is it up to the players to motivate the manager? Is it up to players to motivate each other? It's a bit of a circle, isn't it? But sometimes I think we fall not necessarily low, but we have these little lapses in motivation, even on match day. You know, even on match day, and I hold my hands up, and I fell into that category. But I think we should always remember those people that have helped us get to where we are. So yeah, I think that's it in terms of the AGFA. Appreciate that, and it's great to see you doing well, because you're a good guy. You're a decent fella. So and I think it was almost inevitable that you was going to do well, Lou, in my eyes, because you have drive, you have determination, you was prepared to sacrifice, you're prepared to get out of your comfort zone. And the reason why most people don't succeed, the reason why most people don't hit those goals, is because they just want to stay in that little comfortable bubble. So congratulations, well done. I'm really proud of you. Okay.
Thank you.
So I'll hit you with some quick fire questions now.
Let's go.
Okay, a little bit of fun. Ronaldo or Messi?
Ronaldo.
What?
Always.
Okay. Why?
I feel like just because I can relate to him more.
in terms of what work ethic.
Yeah.
So
I feel
what Messi doesn't work hard?
Nah, but he just like his stature and that, I feel like he's worked up. Messi's more natural.
Yeah. So you've
I'm not saying it's about work at all, but he's just so naturally gifted, whereas Ronaldo's just like, it's just a machine.
So you've almost got one player that's been, well, they both have incredible mentalities, but you've almost got one player that's almost that modern day science has created in a way, and then you've got the other one who's been crafted by the gods, shall we say.
One's a freak and one's just...
I mean, they're both freakish, by the way. I don't think we'll ever see anything like it, ever, but I sit in the Messi camp. Anyway, favourite footballer?
I'd say 1, Ronaldo. 2, Ricardo Fuller.
Ricardo Fuller?
Yeah. Just because as a kid, being a massive Stoke fan, used to watching him.
I mean, Ricardo is a sensational player, right? And a very good player for Stoke City.
Yeah.
You've got Alan Shearer. You've got Thierry Henry. Sorry, Rick.
I feel like
but you got Rooney.
Yeah, but I feel like I didn't watch them as much. I feel like as a kid,
as a Stoke City fan,
a massive Stoke fan, that's all I used to like watch. So yeah,
he was an entertainer.
Yeah,
shall we say? He was an entertainer. Good ability, Rick. Yeah. Timekeeping wasn't great. But hey, favourite meal?
Pasta carbonara.
Yeah.
Yeah, love it.
Okay, simple but effective. Superpower?
See into the future. Could be a good change.
Bad. I can be quite scary. Not that I've ever looked into the future, but favourite holiday destination? Marbella. Okay, you like the high life, do you? You've changed, you have. Okay, favourite film?
London Has Fallen, or like Olympus Has Fallen.
Yeah, you like a true story then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or Taken, actually. Taken.
Yeah. Yeah, that is a very good film, actually. Yeah. One thing on your bucket list?
Skydiving.
Brave boy. Early bird or night owl?
Early bird.
Early bird. Okay. Early bird catches the worm. Best AGFA player you've played with?
Ethan Carter?
Yeah, I think that's all right.
Definitely.
There was quite a few. Ollie Watchcorn Rice was good.
Yeah.
Dave Pereira was very good. But I think you and Ian.
Similar to myself as well. So I was just in different positions, but
same mindsets. A pleasure to coach the pair of you. Favourite football stadium that you would like to play at? And I'll add a little bit more. Like to play at, and you score the winning goal.
It's got to be Real Madrid.
Yeah.
100%.
Is it the Bernabeu or the Bernabeu?
Bernabeu.
Yeah. Okay. So I think that wraps it up, Lee. Thank you very much for your time. Very much appreciated, and I wish you all the very best going forward.
Thank you
very much.